I guess the big news of today that you moved Brad Franchione to defensive coordinator.
I did. I felt like he's the guy that's most ready to orchestrate the things that we want to do and the subtle changes that we'll make and understanding of it. And if he doesn't do what I want done, I'll take him out of the will. So no, not really, but. I think we got a good rapport, and I think he and I are on the same page on some of the things that need to, have courage enough to change and fix. And I think the players had a great day of practice today, and that was good.
You described it as subtle change. What operationally changes for you all with someone else coaching?
Coach Ambrose absorbed the safeties, and Coach Luna's helping him, our GA there. Brad took over the leadership of the defense. We're looking at lots of personnel issues, and we're looking at some schematic things. But you can't make dramatic change. You got to make it within what you've taught over, the last 55 practices, counting spring ball and everything. But fortunately, our system's flexible enough that we can make some subtle changes like that to try to evaluate our players and find out how we can best put them in a position to have success and to get a few stops.
How has the morale been on defense? I mean, it can be easy. We've seen guys give up more than 100 points the last couple of weeks, and that's something that I'm sure weighs pretty heavy on the guys.
It does. It's hard on them, hard on everybody, hard on our fans, hard on the players, hard on the coaches. Hadn't been easy for anybody. The thing that I think the coaches draw from and the players draw from is they're better than what they've played. For whatever reason, we all believe and know that they're better. And they had a great spirited practice today. They are hungry to be better and to play better, and we believe they will. Time will tell, but we all believe that.
I think you were saying in the statesman story that you might simplify a few things on defense. I mean, is that true, or is it not much of a change just in terms of the scheme that Coach Thompson had versus what you're anticipating in the future?
Well, I think when I use the word simplify, I think we maybe clarify, streamline, take out the gray area, make it black or white, not leave any doubt in the players' minds. With the speed of the no-huddle offenses, if there's any indecision, then it's compounded because of the tempo of the game. And so we want to take any of that out, get them to play fast and play harder. And in some regards, simplification is a way to do that, but it's not a complete answer. It's probably clarification is probably a better word.
Do you expect any different starters on defense coming up?
I've just practiced one day, so I mean that's hard for me to answer today. We've got a lot of guys that are dinged up that'll get back, and that's the great thing. Fortunately for us right now, we have an open week, a game, and another open week. So we really caught a break in that regard, in that 2 out of our 3 weeks, we can work on us a lot more than if we had games. So everybody's under evaluation here. Myself, every coach, every player, everything we're doing, we've looked at it hard. We've been up here a lot of hours. I think Brad went home at 2 o'clock last night. So we're cussing and discussing everything that there is to look at and see what we can fix and have courage enough and intelligence enough to do it.
Should we have, either media, players on the team, should we have an expectation that after this bye week when the team takes the field against Louisiana Lafayette that the defense has vastly improved in 2 weeks?
Well, I'm not going to tell you what your expectation needs to be as media. You guys would clarify that no matter what I told you. Ours is going to be that. And, we're going to play a good football team. And we, the previous 2 years, we haven't been in their league, So everything has to be looked at. But I think we will be. That's my hope and the players' hope. And that's why we're doing the things we're doing to try to do that.
On this bye week, there's 5 teams in the Sun Belt that are 1-3 right now. Like, what do your players know that, like, hey, this is a time to take advantage of this?
They may. We haven't discussed anything but us. This week is not about anybody else but us. We haven't even hardly talked about Lafayette. Sunday, when we start back after giving them Friday and Saturday off, we'll talk more about our game plan in Lafayette and things. We're looking at some things that may be in our game plan, but this is about the Bobcats this week, and next week we'll turn our attention more to the next opponent, and really we have not looked at anybody else's record other than our own right now. Okay. That's the only one we can try to fix.
You're talking about going to watch film after. What's the biggest thing you see on film that your team has to work on?
I don't know if we have enough tape in your camera to clarify that. Well, offensively, we turned the ball over 4 times the other night. That's uncharacteristic with us, and that can't happen. We only had 11 all last year. We had some penalties on 3rd down. That's just like those are like turnovers almost, because you got to punt. So we got to clean those kinds of things up. We should have scored 28, maybe 31 points the other night. Anyway, so we should have been better. Everything kind of caved in. We left 3 of our top 4 defensive tackles. We left 3 at home, hurt. The 4th one got hurt on the 11th play of the game. So I don't know many college programs that, I'm not trying to make any excuses here, so don't take it that way, but we got to get healthy is the point here too, because there's not many programs that can leave their top 2 teams home at defensive tackle and hang in there. So that hurt us some. Tim Gay wasn't with us last week either, so there's another starter. So we had some guys out. So that's one of the good things. We'll be able to get some health back in the next 2 weeks. But on defense, I think we got to get more confident, play faster, get off blocks, tackle better. Those are kind of a summary of the things on that side.
Is it fair to say that you and Brad see pretty eye to eye philosophically as far as coaching and defense? I guess you feel like you know what you're getting with him.
Well, like I said, if I don't, I'm taking him out of the will. No, Coach Thompson and I did not see eye to eye. There were things that, I wanted to fix and change, but that wasn't, completely an issue. And Brad and I, all of the defensive coaches and I are pretty much on the same page. They all know we needed to make change and to try to fix things. Brad and I obviously have spent a lot of days when I'm trying to play golf. He's asking me how to play linebacker play on a 30 defense and this and that, and I'm saying I want to hit my wedge, Brad. So yeah, we've talked a lot of days of football and a lot of things, and so he's got his own personality, and he migrated to defense to stay away from Dad, and that's okay. I'm glad he does. I want him to put his personality into this defense. We've all sat in that room up there for 2 days and evaluated and discussed and tried to decide how to implement the changes that we can do within the system we have. And I think we're all, we all had give and take. We all had good ideas, bad ideas. At the end of the day, we reached agreements and moved forward. And yes, Brad and I are pretty close on some of those things, but he's got different thoughts on defense that I respect and admire a great deal too.